Another Western Big Six matchup, and these are pretty identical teams, but Ken will be on the call for this one. Rock Island at Galesburg. What do we see there, Ken?
Well, you guys were talking about this is a big game for UT and Moline, and of course it is. This may be the biggest game of the year for Rock Island,
For sure.
because they beat Alleman, which was expected. They've lost to the other teams that they've played in the conference thus far. Not really a surprise there, given where Rocky was last year. They're in a similar spot this year. Same for Galesburg. A couple of presumably pretty evenly matched teams. You can compare the scores of common opponents. And actually, if you want to read tea leaves there, that would actually give Galesburg a little bit of an edge if you want to go that route. But of course, none of these games are played on paper. So what does Rock Island have to contend with? You guys are mentioning candidates for Player of the Year in the Western Big Six. There is no bigger pitch and catch combo in the conference than Grady Hickey and Antoine Walker, quarterback and receiver for Galesburg. They're the ones that have put up the biggest numbers as a combination. It hasn't resulted in conference wins other than over Alleman, but that is obviously a true weapon that Rock Island has to contend with. And one of the problems they've had this year is having guys kind of getting open in their secondary. They play a lot of single coverage with a single safety because they do want to kind of crowd the box and try to compete against the run, a defense that doesn't have a lot of size to be able to just kind of, bust up offensive lines. They have to do it with quickness and with having guys in the box being able to make those plays. So they leave themselves a little bit vulnerable defensively with a lot of single coverage. What are they going to do to adjust to that on Friday night? That, to me, is going to be a key for Rock Island. Their offense continues to develop. They put up 3 scores against United Township. Weren't able to stop the Panthers, basically at all. But that offense does continue to develop. Miles Deuster in his first year as a starter missed a couple games with injury, but the more he plays, the better he gets. And they have a 3-headed receiver combination of Evan Ellis and Avion Thomas and Tamar Hudson that are all really good weapons for them. So if they can continue to capitalize and mix up the plays with those guys, mix in the run a little bit, but they're going to probably throw a lot, then they have a really good chance to win this. It should be, I think, one of those games that does go into the fourth quarter. So it should be a lot of fun. And then just one other thing about Moline UT. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I was going to mention just real quick, too, about for the Rocky Galesburg game, seeing both teams and what they can do. I think the biggest key in that game is who can get the run game going. I think both offensive lines struggle in the sense of being able to just straight run block. Mm-hmm. Rock Island was able to run the ball for some success against UT, but that was on a lot of trickeration stuff, or not, just out of the normal kind of thing. They brought in some packages where they would run some kind of triple option look with Deuster not in the game at QB. They ran a couple reverses to Tamar Hudson, who's just he might be the size of this mouse here, all due respect, but that kid can fly. My goodness.
Yeah.
He's a good ball player. They got some good ball players on that offense, but anytime they would just run straight handoffs with the running back, it's not the running back Foley's fault. It's just they don't, in traditional run blocking schemes. Rock Island, and the same thing for Galesburg as well. I don't think their offensive lines are they don't have that much success. But if any one of them can actually have success in this game, because you might see similar game plans, a little bit of loaded boxes. So maybe the pass games are going to be what determines it. But all in all, if those wash out, if any of them can get some sort of traditional run game going, I think that's going to be a huge advantage for whoever's going to win that game.